Hello friends, Santiago Paramo here. I wanted to share with you these words by one of my favorite authors. I'm talking about the great Toni Morrison, and this book came out last year. It's called The Source of Self-Regard, and it's a selection of essays, speeches, and meditations. And there is one particular chapter that I really liked, and I wanted to share it with you. It's called Racism and Fascism, and I'll read it to you to the best of my ability. It goes like this. Let us be reminded that before there is a final solution, there must be a first solution, a second one, even a third. The move toward a final solution is not a jump. It takes one step, then another, then another. Something perhaps like this. First, construct an internal enemy as both focus and diversion. Second, isolate and demonize that enemy by unleashing and protecting the utterance of overt and coded name-calling and verbal abuse. Employ ad hominem attacks as legitimate charges against that enemy. Third, enlist and create sources of and distributors of information who are willing to reinforce and demonizing processes because if it is profitable, because it grants power, and because it works. 4. Palisade all art forms. Monitor, discredit, or expel those that challenge or destabilize processes of demonization and deification. 5th, subvert and malign all representatives of and sympathizers with this constructed enemy. 6. Solicit from among the enemy collaborators who agree with and can sanitize the dispossession process. 7th, pathologize the enemy in scholarly and popular mediums. Recycle, for example, scientific racism and the myths of racial superiority in order to naturalize the pathology. 8. Criminalize the enemy. Then prepare, budget for, and rationalize the building of holding areas for the enemy, especially its males and absolutely its children. 9. Reward mindlessness and apathy with monumentalized entertainments and with little pleasures, tiny seductions, a few minutes on television, a few lines in the press, a little pseudo success, the illusion of power and influence, a little fun, a little style, a little consequence. 10th, maintain at all cost silence. In 1995, racism may wear a new dress, buy a new pair of boots, but neither it nor its succubus twin fascism is new or can make anything new. It can only reproduce the environment that supports its own health, fear, denial, and an atmosphere in which its victims have lost the will to fight. The forces interested in fascism solutions to national problems are not to be found in one political party or another, or in one or another wing of any single political party. Democrats have no unsullied history of egalitarianism, nor are liberals free of domination agendas. Republicans have housed abolitionists and white supremacists. Conservative, moderate, liberal, right, left, hard left, far right, religious, secular, socialist. We must not be blindsided by these Pepsi-Cola, Coca-Cola labels because the genius of fascism is that any political structure can host the virus and virtually any developed country can become a suitable home. Fascism talks ideology, but it is really just marketing for power. It is recognizable by its need to purge, by the strategies it uses to purge, and by its terror of truly democratic agendas. It is recognizable by its determination to convert all public services to private entrepreneurship, all non-profit organizations to profit-making ones, so that the narrow but protective chasm between governance and business disappears. It changes citizens into taxpayers, so individuals become angry at even the notion of the public good. It changes neighbors into consumers, so the measure of our value as humans is not our humanity or our compassion or our generosity, but what we own. It changes parenting into panicking, so that we vote against the interests of our own children, against their health care, their education, their safety from weapons. And in affecting these changes, it produces the perfect capitalist, one who is willing to kill a human being for a product, a pair of sneakers, a jacket, a car, or kill generations for control of products like oil, drugs, fruit, and gold. When our fears have all been serialized, our creativity censored, our ideas marketplaced, our rights sold, our intelligence sloganized, our strength downsized, our privacy auctioned, when the theatricality, the entertainment value, the marketing of life is complete, we will find ourselves living not in a nation, but in a consortium of industries. I'll read that again. When our fears have all been serialized, our creativity censored, our ideas marketplace, our rights sold, our intelligence sloganized, our strength downsized, our privacy auctioned, when the theatricality, the entertainment value, the marketing of life is complete, we will find ourselves living not in a nation but in a consortium of industries, and wholly unintelligible to ourselves except for what we see as through a screen darkly. Yeah, so there you have it. Toni Morrison on racism and fascism. It's a small fragment of one of her essays out of The Source of Self-Regard. I highly recommend it. And I'll probably share with you some other content in the coming days. All right. Ciao. Make a difference in the world.